All right, everybody, this is a video on probabilities. So we're going to be talking about a given that probability. What I mean by that is you're saying, in this case, what is the probability of A given that we have B? So you start with some kind of a priori knowledge that B occurred, event B happened. And you're asking, what is the likelihood that we will get A coming out of that? So the equation that you'll probably be asked to remember if you're in a statistics class or a probabilities class is this question here is equal to the probability of A and B happening at the same time. It might be called the probability of A intersecting B, which is the upside down U. You're taking that and dividing it by the total probability that B could occur. So if you draw it out, you have essentially an event over here in this circle, which would be called A. You have an event over here in this circle called B, and there's a small sliver of intersecting or a chance that they would occur together. And that's kind of small central sliver. So given that we have B, what is the chance that we also have A? So that's this central section right here that's kind of shaded. And what it's asking is we're going to take this target amount and we're going to divide it by the total probability that this event is occurring. You can think of this as a fraction or a proportion. So in essence, a given that question is essentially a probability of the smaller event happening, the more unlikely event happening, given the larger total event. You could ask it around in a different question, rearrange things, but that's usually how it's asked. So the probability that A is occurring given B is asking what the overlapping section, which is A and B, is compared to the overall probability. It is a part to the whole. That is all it's asking here. When you get into all the probabilities, a lot of new vocabulary gets introduced, and it's very frustrating. But if you can simplify it out to what it's actually asking and kind of separate it from the logical sentences, I'll say that, and use pure logic, it starts to make a little bit of sense. If you can relate it to something that makes sense to you, this will make a lot of sense very quickly. I hope that was helpful.